All right, I'm so excited to introduce and bring together the Thrive Tribe. You ladies are absolutely incredible, and I definitely always want to be able to give you a holistic view of all the things that we need in our life to make us feel and look and be our best. And for us, I think that time, productivity, being able to goal set and be able to overcome any challenges when it comes to maximizing our time is very important. So today I have invited Alejandra into our Thrive Tribe to give an introduction and to give a overview of some things to help us skyrocket our time. But before I have her go on, I would love for you, because some of you are just meeting for the very first time, I would love for you to unmute yourself. We'll kind of go around, unmute yourself and tell us your name and tell us one thing that you're grateful for today in your life. What are you blessed with? And I think it's just so good to just start our day with positivity. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and have Crystal start.
Hi, my name's Crystal, and I've been working with Jeannie for a couple months now. One thing I am grateful for off the top of my head is my softball team. I'm not very good and I'm not very coordinated, but I go there and I enjoy being part of the team and getting out there and getting some activity. And we're meeting up today because we're finally feeling a little bit more comfortable with that. So yeah, I'm grateful for them for, motivating me to get up on a weekend and be outside.
Amazing. That's so good. It's so nice. I was telling Alejandra that we're just having the people here in Ontario are some of the things open up again. So it's like we can finally maximize our summer, right? Since we've kind of had a little bit of a rocky year, but so excited for that. Thank you, Crystal, so much. What about you, Gwen?
Hi. What am I grateful for? You know what? Actually, just having a stable job. I was very, very worried about not being able to have a stable income. I think I told you about that, Jeannie, like when we started. But now it's just like, you know what? It's like I feel great about myself. So even if I don't have a job soon, which, that's not the case, I feel confident in myself to actually go and, better myself and have the opportunity to go do some learning and find new opportunities. But just to be in that headspace, to be comfortable with myself, that I can, go look for something.
It's awesome. Yeah, honestly, there's always blessings in disguise, right? That's how I like to look at it. So that's awesome. That's something amazing to be grateful about. So good to have you here, Gwen. Thank you. What about you, Diana?
Hi, everyone. I've been with Jeannie for half a year, and
I think so.
and for half a year about, and it's been a wonderful journey to see kind of where I was back last year to where I am today, and I think that's probably where I'm the most grateful. Is I feel a little bit more control of kind of where I am, my days, and better at planning. Because I can tell you last year I was just all over the place and I didn't know what to do. And I felt like I was really just doing what everyone else wanted me to do. But today I can tell you that I'm making choices for myself and not feeling guilty about it. So I'm grateful for that.
Amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. That warms my heart so much, Diana. And I always want all of you to be part of this tribe forever, no matter what. So I'm happy for that. Shika? Are you there? Shika.
Hi, Jay. I'm here.
Hi. So nice to have you join us, lovely. Would love to hear, if you want to give a brief introduction and what you are grateful for.
Okay. So hi, everyone. My name is Shika. I've been with Jay for, again, half the year. And I am actually grateful for Jay because she's been there with me for some crazy. This year's been kind of crazy between deaths and transitions in my life. So she's been my accountability partner for my workouts. So it has been, I am very grateful for Jay and just her. So thank you, Jay.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. And I know for some of you who are joining the recording and who could not be with us live today, I'm also grateful for all of you for trusting in me and being a part of, or letting me be a part of your self-care journey. So I'm very happy about that. Marquita and Christine, I just got messages from them that they won't be able, because they're driving right now, so they won't be able to provide an introduction. I know Marquita has her hands full as well with her baby, so no worries at all. We are so happy to see you here. So Alejandra, I'm so excited. So she is a time management and goal achievement mentor and an accountability advisor. So by the age of 26, with over 7 years of experience studying for 2 degrees, law and business management, and graduating top of her class from both, working at the same time as a criminal law professor at university, in law firms, notaries, research centers, and as project manager and more, and still have time to learn 6 languages: Spanish, English, French, German, Catalan, and Chinese. She's an expert when it comes to productivity and achieving goals. And her mission is to empower driven female entrepreneurs to accomplish in 2 months what without time management would take them over a year, get rid of procrastination, and create time for all things that they've been keeping in their bucket list their whole life with her time signature method. And she has been featured in many publications such as Medium, Authority, Morning Laziness, and she's an executive contributor at Brains Magazine. So you could imagine why I want to bring her on, because as much as I talk about time and productivity, I definitely want to hear from the expert herself. So today, what you can get from today's workshop is she's going to talk about how to be more intentional with your time, getting rid of procrastination, planning for having it all, and increasing motivation. And I know the women in this group all want to do it all and be all. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Alejandra for her to share her expertise with you all. So I'm so excited.
Thank you, Jeannie, for that lovely presentation. And first of all, I wanted to say what I'm grateful as well, because I'm really grateful for being here with all of you to be able to support you as much as I can and delivering a little bit of my expertise in here so you can enjoy more your time and keep doing everything you want to do. So I'm very grateful for you, Jeannie, for inviting me here. And I'm very excited. So let's get started. Can I share the screen? Yeah, perfect. Okay. So let me know if you all can see this. You can see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so Skyrocket your time. Oops, it's not working. Yeah, it's working. As Jeannie say, I'm a time management goal achievement mentor, accountability advisor, but mostly, and the most important thing is that I'm a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, a girlfriend, and a friend. So yes, I have many experiences studying for 2 degrees and 2 masters, working at the same time in very important places, such as the university, firms, and research centers. And I have the time to learn 6 languages. But for me, the main reason why I want to manage my time, what I want to actually be the expert on this topic, and what I want to other people to actually get to know all of this is to be able to have that personal life. Not only business, not only go, go, go mindset, but for you to have this quality time with your loved ones and for your projects, for something that makes you happy. So that's what I really wanted to get out of here, like knowing you can have it all and not just being productive by achieving many things that you feel like you need to achieve them, but because you want. So as Jeannie say, I empower driven female entrepreneurs, accomplishing in 2 months what normally will take them over a year, getting rid of procrastination, because that's a big one. Everyone in here, I think it's or distracted or feel like they are procrastinate at some point in their life. And as I say, the most important for me is creating that time for all the things that you've been putting on the bucket list your whole life. With my time signature method, and time stands for tracking, impact, motivation, and evolution. Those are the 4 main pillars. I love teaching my clients, and I would love to teach you as well something in here in this little workshop. Let me just check the chat. Okay. Yes, procrastination can be deadly. Okay, so in today's agenda, what I had planned is talking a little bit about habits, routine, what are your most productive time, calendar blocking, and all of that based, as Ginny said, in intentionality, because we need to be really intentional with our times. We only have 24 hours a day, and that's the same way for everyone. So let's make it very, very intentional, and let's spend and invest our time in the things that really matters to us. So the first thing is habits. Let's change old habits for new habits. I would love for you to put in the chat, what's a habit for you? The definition or something you consider you do as a habit. Let me check the chat. Okay, for Jeannie, exercising, brushing your teeth, all of that's some habits. Okay. Diana, checking your phone. That's what I wanted to see, kind of. I used to say yes to everything, shower in the morning, coffee, tea at 3 p.m. Okay, these are things that we do every single day, or maybe, okay, procrastinating is a habit as well. We need to get rid of that one. And the cell phone as well. But a habit is something we do regularly, maybe without even noticing. Is our pattern, is the way of behave. And the thing with habits is that normally we are not even aware of them. So what you need to do is start gaining this awareness and say, what are the things I'm doing every single day? As you are saying, showering, brushing your teeth, coffee, tea. But there are many, many things we are doing that just don't cross our mind, or maybe we don't put it as a habit. So what I wanted to say in here, and this is very, very important to know, is that motivation is what gets you started, but habit, it's what will keep you going. It's what keeps us going. And that's the way, because I don't know, but sometimes you feel very motivated. I will start working out, I will start doing this, I will start this new languages. And then you say, okay, it was a nice week, but I'm tired. Maybe I won't do it this week, or I'll do it again tomorrow. Today, I don't feel like it. But when you make it a habit, that way you will start noticing the changes, you will start noticing the progress. And it's what will keep you going and going and going. That's the main thing with habits. It's something that will allow you to do everything way more easy for you. It will be easier for you to do all the things you want to do. And having that motivation behind is what will allow you to push it a little bit further. So we need to have both, motivation and the habit. But one without the other is just that first start that doesn't allow you to keep going. Okay, so habits are necessary because they can increase our productivity, they will make us feel better, they will increase the motivation, and they allow you to become the person you want to be. I don't know if you have heard the quote, the phrase, fake it till you make it. This is something that what it means is you start doing things and acting like the person you want to be. Because that way you are exercising your mind, that way you are exercising your body to actually become the person you want to be. If you don't start behaving like that person, you will start repeating the same pattern, the same habits you already have. And if you do exactly the same thing that you are doing today, you're not going to change. In order for you to change, you need to do some changes. So this is why developing new habits and getting rid of old habits is very, very important. And in here, I only put 4 of them because I like focusing on the good sides, but there are also bad sides of when you don't have habits. For example, if you have good habits, then your productivity decreases, you will not feel better, you will not feel good, then you will not have the motivation. But let's keep everything positive and become that person that you want to be. And please, if you have any question, please use the chat. By the end, we will have the time for the Q&A, but everything you want to put in here, I will be super happy to just address it. Okay, so I'm glad and kind of not to have seen in the chat that you said your phone and procrastinating and everything. And the thing is, our most common distractions are becoming our habits. It's something that it's so in our daily basis that we just don't know how to get rid of it. Social media, TV, emails, calls, even meetings. It's something that we do every single day, and we are not realizing we are not unplugging, not for 1 second. For example, right now we are here in the computer. I know this is educational, this is very good for self-development, but we are still connected to our device. So we need to be real aware that we need time besides this, you know, you need to have more free time, non-devices, unplug, and let's start getting rid of these distractions. Today, I really want to focus just on the two main ones. As you can see in here, I love this gift. I want to be productive, but my phone won't let me. Please let me know how many of you are feeling related to this. Like you really want to just, I want to work out, I want to go out, but then, oh, a little notification, oh, let me see Instagram, oh, and you spend a lot of time in there. Diana says 100%. Yeah, that's the thing. It's something that it may seem funny, but it's the truth. We are glued to our phones, and we really need to establish more healthy boundaries. My phone dings all the time. Okay, Crystal, I'm going to talk about that today. I try not to look at my phone, but as soon as I do, it's like I'm hypnotized. Yes, it's the rabbit hole. You keep scrolling and scrolling, and you keep it there. After work, notifications go off. Yes, when I love that. Meaning of working. Okay, perfect. So I want to focus today on two main things, two main distractions, because I think these are the biggest one, because, okay, we are aware how much time we can spend on the TV because it's a long period of time. But what happens with our cell phones and our emails is that it is cumulative. With this, I want to say that it's not something that you grab your phone and you're like, okay, I'm going to spend in here 5 hours straight. But you sit, look at it 5 minutes, then you go to the rabbit hole, you put it in there, 2 minutes more. And by the end of the day, you might think that you spent, I don't know, maybe 3 hours on your phone, and then you check the settings and it says 10 hours on average. How many of you have checked your settings to know exactly how many time you spend on the phone? And be honest. Never. Okay, you have seen that, Marquita? When? Okay. So when you look at it, do you feel proud of what you see? Like, you know exactly how much time you're spending and you feel, oh, I feel okay. I'm not spending that much time. I can even spend a little bit more because it's not that bad. I don't think so, right? So I want to build these healthy habits around our devices, around our distractions, and around our time use. Okay, it makes you mindful of the time, and I need to make adjustment. Exactly. So that's what I want you to start realizing. With the cell phone use, I want to give you 4 very small and simple tips so you can start using it right now, and you will notice the changes seriously today and tomorrow. You will start noticing everything right now. First of all, is tracking the usage. And you can do that by going to the settings, digital well-being, or screen time, and you can start noticing how much time you spend on the phone. The second thing is establishing the boundaries, because our phones all are smart. They are every time smarter and smarter. So one of the things you can do now is establish limit times for each app. For example, I don't go to Instagram more than 1 hour per day. And that's for me to engage with my audience, to reach potential clients, to post, to absolutely everything, 1 hour. I don't want to spend more than 1 hour per day in there because it's a lot of time that we can use in other things. So I highly encourage you to go ahead and establish realistic times, because if you look at your phone right now and it says you're spending 5 hours on Instagram, don't try to make it 30 minutes. Because at the first try, you will say, nope, this is not working, and you will quit it. So I would love for you to go to the settings and establish these boundaries for every single app you have. And the other thing, and one of you say that in the chat, is turning off the notifications. every single time we receive that beep, beep, or the little light, you get distracted. And it's not something for you to be productive. It doesn't serve you in any way. I have all my notifications turned off when I'm working and when I'm not working. The only thing that can sound is my WhatsApp, because I barely speak with my family in there, and Voxer, because that's where I talked with my team. The other apps are totally turned off. And the emails. What happens to emails is that we feel this necessity to check it all the time, as we do with our cell phone. But with emails, it feels more probably like you have the responsibility to be there and to answer as soon as you get the email. So I highly encourage you to set a specific time to check it. Let's say you really need to check it twice per day because you know first time in the morning you will receive something that you need to do that day, and by the end of the day, so you can know how to prioritize the next day. Okay. Totally useful to have notifications turned off. Yes. I have to my phone turn off itself every night starting from 11 p.m. That's great. Yes. That's one other of the settings you can start using is the bedtime, and it doesn't allow you to use it, or it makes the screen less attractive for you to actually just get rid of your phone at nights. And other thing with emails is, I don't know if you have heard of it, but we are constantly playing ping pong. Have you ever played ping pong? You know what it is, that little tennis in the table? Well, when I say ping pong emails, is that you get one and then you send the other one and you get the answer and you another answer and another answer. And this takes so much time because you're waiting for the answer to come. So you're sitting there, okay, what's just going to say me? And you keep looking at it and you respond, and then you are waiting for the other one. When you can just grab your phone and say, hey, what do you need it? And you'll solve it in 5 minutes. But with ping pong, you have like the full inbox with 30 messages, 30 new emails, and you feel very, very exhausted and overwhelmed because you are receiving constantly these notifications and new emails. So I recommend you as much as you can to avoid this ping pong and just go to the phone and say, okay, let's just solve this right now, or jump in a Zoom call. What do you need? Okay, let's do this. Okay, when do you need it? By this date? Okay, perfect. Let's see each other tomorrow. Oh, in 3 days. And really establishing that for you to forget about checking the email every single second. Having a clean inbox will be very, very useful for you to just get rid of overwhelm, because every time you go to your inbox and see that you have hundreds and hundreds of unread messages, does that makes you feel like you want to start reading them? Or you say, no, I'm not doing this today. Let me just forget about checking my emails, because there are so many that you will start procrastinating that. And maybe there's a very important email for you in there. And the other thing I want to say with having the clean inbox is unsubscribe from everything that doesn't serve you anymore. We are subscribed to so many things that I can assure you, you can just jump into your email right now and get rid of 10 different newsletters you're not using. And establishing the boundaries, like really saying to people, okay, this is my working hours. I will check the emails first time in the morning, last time in the evenings. So if you have anything urgent to come, call me. And that way you can have these very, very established boundaries, and other people will know it too. Because you need to make sure you and your team and all the people you're working with know exactly what you're doing. That way you will increase this digital well-being, you will increase their productivity as well. And they will say, okay, this actually makes sense. It's very good for us to just have this very clear and not checking the email every single time. So any doubts through here? Everything's fine. Oops. Okay, so routines. I'm sure with Jeannie, you have seen routines. I'm 100% sure of that. And that's very good because routine is something that really gets you in the mood you want. So for example, in here, I have some tips for you to choose your routine because not everyone knows exactly what to do or when to do it. So I want you to start thinking and define what you want. What's your goal and what do you really want to achieve by having a routine? Ask yourself, why do you want it? So here's where the motivation comes into place. Because if you say, okay, I want to wake up every single morning by 5 a.m. Okay, why? Because everybody is doing it. Is that the true motivation? Is that enough for you? Because I'm sure if everyone is waking up at 5 a.m. and I don't have an internal motivation, I won't do it. As simple as that. So I highly encourage you to have that internal motivation and ask yourself, why do you want to do this change? What do you want? Why do you want to have this routine? And the third one is very, very important, is establishing a fixed time in your day when you're going to do it. What you don't put in your schedule, what you don't plan, it's not going to happen. If you say, okay, tomorrow I will start working out. When? What time? What are you going to do? Prepare. I'm sure Denise has said that many times, but prepare your outfit, prepare absolutely everything the night before, because that way you know exactly when you're going to start, and you're going to start by working out. You are not going to say, okay, tomorrow I will figure out, I will see when I have the time available. There's never time available. You need to make it. You need to put it in the calendar and make it available for you. And last but not least, and I think it's one of the most important, is having someone to hold you accountable. So that's why you all are here with Jeannie, is having that person to guide you, to motivate you, and to say, let's do it. You can totally do it. And you will do it not only for yourself, but because you're telling the other person, now you feel like, oh yes, I really want to do it because I'm with her. And it's a whole new level of motivation and the feeling, well, you all know it. You all know it. It's very, very amazing to have someone to just share your experience with. So these are my 4 tips for you to establish your perfect routine. Now, 3 things you should have in your daily routine, and this is mostly time management, obviously, having the morning routine and having a morning routine that serves you, which means is spend time with yourself, for yourself, and don't rush things. Establish that time. It could be as simple as 10 minutes, 20 minutes for you and for doing the thing you really want. It could be reading. It could be grabbing a glass of water. I don't know at what time Jeannie is making you waking up to exercise. But for me, my morning routine is very, very simple. And I have 2 kinds of routines. But the simplest one is just getting up, drinking a glass of water because I really want to feel hydrated. And then reading for 10 minutes. After that, I go grab my breakfast, and then I just sit for a while, journal a bit, and then I start working. And that's my simplest. That I can do it every single day because I have 10 minutes, 15 minutes every single day. When I have more available time, I develop a bigger routine. The other thing you should have daily is resting time. You cannot have a calendar, an agenda, something that just, okay, I'm going to go to work, then I'm going to working out, then I'm going to eat. Then you need to have blocks where you just rest. You need to recover, you need to breathe, you need to stretch. In fact, I need to stretch right now. We spend so many time sitting in our desk and so many time working and working that it is very, very needed to just switch and say, okay, I'm going to take 20 minutes right now to, again, a glass of water, going for a walk, and doing something for yourself. And last but not least, and this is one of my favorites, is planning your week. You need to plan your week ahead because that way you will spend so little time just thinking, okay, what should I be doing next? When you plan your week, I always plan my week on Sundays because it's when I feel more like, okay, I'm very relaxed, I'm very calm. What should I be doing right now? What do I want to do next week? So I start planning my week and I say, all of this is aligned to my goals, and I go for it. I highly encourage you to plan it every single week, the same day, so it is actually a routine. Okay, now we are going to your most productive times. Let me just check the chat.
Alejandra, for some reason, the
Okay.
timer says I only have a few minutes left, but I have the Zoom Pro. So if we happen to get kicked off, just join back on the same link again. It should restart, but just in case, okay?
Well, I will explain the most productive times, and then we have probably a 20-second breaks so we can rest and stretch a little bit. It's all planned. Don't worry, it's all planned. So your most productive times. Many people don't know when to work, when to work out, or when to do things because you don't know exactly if you're an early bird or a night owl. So what's exactly our most productive times? This is a curve that, according to Daniel Pink, we have kind of 3 times in our days. Their peak state, the through-up, and then we have a rebound. So normally, I want you to start looking at this peak space. It's 3 times after waking up. So it is highly encouraged you to actually work out when you're waking up. That way you will have a lot more of energy and you will reach this peak state 3 hours after, so you can do everything you need. The creative space, when you need to have very, very focused and you need to be very productive, that's the perfect time. Then we have, normally it's this hour after lunch that you feel like I really need to rest a little bit. Rest a little bit because your body needs it, your mind needs it. And you can start doing in here more administrative tasks, something that doesn't require your brain to work as harder as it normally does. And then the rebound, I don't highly encourage to use that time to focus on creation and I want to do more and more and more, because then you're going to bed and you will feel like you cannot sleep. So I'm a big sleep fan. And I don't mean like I sleep 10 hours a day. No, for me, sleeping is one of the most important things you need in order for you to be successful, in order for you to be productive. So this rebound is actually a time for you to be a little bit more creative and plan the day ahead, plan your next day. It's a time for you to just put everything into place, but the action should have its place on the peak state, not in the rebound. Let me know if you have any doubt in here. Do you want me to keep going, or we are going to pause before the break?
Yeah, I don't know. It still says less than a minute, but
Yes.
I think if we do get cut off, guys, just jump back onto you can use that time to stretch, as we said, and then
Yes.
we'll go into part 2. But I think for now, just maybe finish the slide.
Okay. Yeah, no, because this one I have a couple more slides. So with the productive time, does anybody has any questions in here? So we can address it after the pause.